Good morning. This is a very prophetic season, and God speaks to me in dreams and in numbers, especially when He wants me to talk to others. And the number that He's given me is the number 70. 70. 70 has several biblical meanings, but one of them is strength. And if you can remember the life of Abraham, the timeline of his life began at the age of 70. And in that moment when God called Abraham, when He visited him at the age of 70, this was a time where he had to make a decision. And he had to make a decision when God called him out. In that moment, he had to make the decision of if he wanted a man's reward, staying in his father's home, because Abraham's family weren't poor people. They were very rich. Or if he was going to follow God and receive a king's reward. So in this month of June, God is going to call some of you. You'll begin to see the number 70. He'll begin to speak to you. And you're going to have to decide, do I want a man's reward or do I want a king's reward? You have to be very receptive, be able to hear and see God. A king's reward is sometimes camouflaged in different material so that the royal family can only recognize it. So be in tune, because God will set before you a man's reward and a king's reward. And as Abraham did, Abraham had to make the decision himself. I pray in this moment that you have the spiritual eye to see and the spiritual ear to hear, so that you can appropriately choose a king's reward in the month of June. Be blessed.